Classic Country 100.1 WGLC. I'm Charles Van Horn alongside Brian in front Foley. We're on the road tonight. Your Mendota Trojans taking on the Bureau Valley Storm. We are here in the middle of Bureau Valley. Wind is blowing a little bit and turf conditions, well, may get sloppy.
The field looks like it's in good shape. For the amount of rain that we've got, the field has a nice crown to it. The low part is on the track here, so I think they're going to have decent footing tonight.
Well, we'll see how slippery that ball gets. Now, Mendota comes into this contest, unfortunately, 0-4. Bureau Valley is 2-2. Mendota coming off of that homecoming loss, looking to be a spoiler here at Bureau Valley for their homecoming.
That would be great. I mean, I would love to. I'm here for that. So we have a common team that we played. We both played Spring Valley. They beat Spring Valley. We lost to Spring Valley. Really what we're here for tonight, Charles, is to see improvement in this team. So they showed improvement last week, and let's keep building on.
Last week, Bureau Valley lost to Kewanee 42-20. So they also have something to play for tonight. It's their homecoming as well, and it's going to be a good night. Wind, again, as we talked about, a little bit of a factor, not too much. We talked to Coach Keegan Hill before tonight's contest. Talking to Coach Keegan Hill ahead of tonight's contest against Bureau Valley. Before we get into how we're going to tackle the Storm tonight, let's talk about last week's game. It was homecoming. The Hall Red Devils put up a fight and was too much for our Trojans, but we learned a lot in that game, didn't we?
Yeah, it was an excellent night for football, an excellent scene. We played our best game. A couple things go in a different pattern. It's even closer than it was.
The defense is stepping up week after week, still having some issues here and there with some big plays and containing the outside, but there's a lot of execution there, especially a lot of life in that defense on second and third down. Some of those third down stops were phenomenal.
Absolutely. Playing with good energy, getting lined up better every week. Young guys growing into their roles. Significant growth on defense.
Now, for offense, always sort of a question mark with the Trojans. Haven't had a lot of success in finding the end zone this year. What adjustments are you making for the second half of the season to try to turn that around?
We had the most sustained drives against Hall. Not enough finishing in the end zone. We did it in the first quarter and then weren't able to do it after that. Sustaining the drives, being able to possess the ball to make it easier on our defense and make it easier on ourselves with the amount of manpower we have available. So, sustaining the drives. If we have opportunities to hit an explosive play to get on the scoreboard, we need to do that earlier and more often.
As we get going for tonight's contest, let's talk about who's ready to go tonight, any eligibility or injury issues going into tonight's game.
Eligibility, we've been very, very, very good. We don't have any issues there. And then some of the traditional nicks of the season are on the table, but not enough to hold anybody out.
Where you're asking the questions, are you injured or hurt, right?
To some extent, we've got kids that like playing the game. They'll want to contribute as much as they can, and I believe they're doing it, and we're doing it for the right reasons.
So Bureau Valley tonight, going to their house. This will probably be the last time we see them for many years. What do you think Bureau Valley is going to bring to the table?
They're playing better than they traditionally have. They've got a diverse backfield. They've got a mature offensive and defensive line. This will be homecoming for them, so they'll be excited about that. So there's a chance to play our best game. Those are the parameters, but we can't control those things. We can't control the weather. We can't control the officials. We can control our preparation and our effort. So that's what we're going to do.
Field conditions. This is going to be returning to the rough surface of grass. You guys have been on the turf the last couple of weeks. Things have been muddy as well. How are you getting the boys ready for playing on what will be the first real muddy game of the year?
We have an opportunity to get that in during practice this week, and we practice on the grass and on the turf during the practice week. Keeping your feet underneath you and staying alive. If you're on the ground, you can't make a play.
Thank you very much for talking with us tonight, Coach. Go get them.
Thanks. Go Trojans.
So tonight's contest, we'll have that for you on your radio at 100.1 FM, also on your smart speaker and smart device, just by asking it to play WGLC. Pregame should be about 6:50 tonight. So tune in, cheer on your Trojans as they take on Bureau Valley. I'm Charles Van Horn alongside Brian in front Foley here on Classic Country 100.1 WGLC. Look, you can make the fan move, see?
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
See? Wouldn't it be great if I could just make it stop?
Stop. Oh,
No, it's not going to stop, is it? No.
I think the wind might be better if they turn that fan off.